Hey guys, I wanted to start this video off, with some initial feedback before I started the on-bike commentary of the video, and just kind of prepare you guys. So I didn't have a great day on the GasGas. It flamed out on me a lot, and I got pretty ticked off at the bike. And some of it is just me not knowing the bike, I'm sure, but I don't want to downplay it either. I feel like the flame out or stalling on this bike it's a real issue. I don't know why it comes from GasGas/KTM like this. I think they could do a way better job on the fueling and the mapping. I know it's a cross-country race bike, and it's not supposed to be used in technical scenarios maybe, but I just didn't have the same issues on some of the other four-strokes I've owned, and one of them was a KLX 230R, so I get it, that's just an air-cooled trail bike. It shouldn't stall, but the other one was a Honda 250RX. It definitely had some flame out issues, but nothing like this bike, not even comparable. Some of the places I stalled on this, I just was baffled. I mean, it was really frustrating in some of the areas that aren't even that technical, just like a little uphill, and you're letting out the clutch and giving it throttle, and it just dies. And I definitely did not have these flame out issues on the Beta. Any four-stroke, you can flame out, with not enough clutch or not enough throttle, but the Beta was 1,000 times better than this when it comes to not flaming out or stalling. But I am confident. I think I can get this fixed through aftermarket. I reached out to Slavings, and I'm checking out some ECUs there, either the Get ECU or maybe the Vortex one. So I'm really hopeful and confident that the aftermarket will be able to help me out. Kind of bummed that I might have to spend a little extra money on ECU, but we'll see how it goes.
Alright guys, we're out here, 2025 GasGas EX250F. Got about 5 hours on the bike, still getting used to it. I'll tell you what, the new WP suspension that everybody said is awesome is not a letdown, I'll tell you that. It soaks everything up really nice. I haven't touched it, it's just out of the box. Haven't messed with any of the clickers or anything yet. So these are the Explorer forks, and they are really good. I got my buddy Nick breathing down my neck right now in his KX250X. Man, this bike feels so nimble, even compared to the 300XC. I'm sorry, TX300. Wow, things really got washed out in the storm we had last week. A lot of clutch work to keep this thing going though. Way more than the Beta required. This guy does really like to flame out.
All right, so at this point, I got stuck in some boulders and just kind of had to struggle through it. I'm not great at going over boulders, especially in these washes where there's just a lot of sand. My back tire just kept digging in, and I'm sure it's a lot of technique. I did not blame the bike for flaming out here. You know, I was just kind of struggling and laughing at myself at this point. But I eventually get it out of there. I really wanted to make sure I stay on the seat and not walk it out or anything like that. I did have to get up and pull the bike to the side to get out from around one of these boulders, just so I could make it through the obstacle. But I do think that if I was on my Beta or the TX, that I would have gotten through this a lot easier, just because of the flame outs. I'm not trying to be hard on the bike. It's just the reality of what was going on. I'm sure a better rider would have had no issue with it, but for someone like me who's, you know, only been riding for a few years and still learning, you know, the flame out thing and boulders was a major problem for me. As you can see, I'm kind of just struggling along. I'll get it going and then it'll flame out, and you know, eventually I end up getting it out of there, and it just took several attempts. But you know, it's just another one of those occasions where, you know, the bike kept flaming out and I was getting frustrated, just because I felt like I could have done better on a different bike. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm making excuses for me not being a great rider, but I definitely 100% sure could have done this cleaner on the Beta. No doubt in my mind.
The flame out on this thing is a real problem for me. Like, it should have never flamed out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, how do you combat that? You just try to keep a little bit on the throttle?
I was on the clutch. Maybe I just need to be more on the throttle.
Yeah, keep the RPMs a little bit, feather the clutch.
Yeah.
Which, if you're tired, is always easier said than done, for sure.
Yeah, I don't even feel like I'm fatigued right now. Like, not terrible. I just, like, I don't know. Maybe the Beta just lugged so well that this is just... Oh, that Honda 250X I had, that would flame out pretty easily. But I feel like this is more so, but I also didn't do this stuff on the Honda. I wasn't there yet, so. All right, well,
what map are you running?
The soft map.
The soft map?
Yeah. Maybe I'll try the other one.
Yeah.
Just to see. But
yeah, it might respond to the throttle a little bit faster and keep the RPMs up or something.
Maybe. It's just obnoxious.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when you're, I mean, not that that's a hill, but if you're...
Well, that was just ridiculous. I can't believe it stalled there twice. You know, back in the rocks, I kind of understood, but
right, yeah.
I definitely feel like I would have had no issue, maybe less of an issue on the Beta, though.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I maybe can recollect one time that you flamed out on that.
Yeah, it was pretty rare.
Yeah.
It just wanted to keep going. All right. Well, I'm gonna go up here. We'll explore this trail.
Yeah, sounds good.
If we get to a T, I might just stop and make sure we're on the right track.
Yep.
trying to get this 250F figured out for myself. Stab a foot there. See, as long as I have a little bit of momentum, it doesn't flame out. But the minute we're going slow, I'm on the struggle bus. Make sure Nick made it. I did put it to the hotter map or more responsive map. We'll see if that helps the flame out. I feel like it will not. I don't know. I feel like I'm on the clutch with this thing all the time, and maybe it's because I'm a little gun shy with it now, because it's been stalling so much. I mean, all that was with no clutch, so I guess it's probably just the rider. To an extent, anyway. I definitely do not flame out on the Beta nearly as much. I don't know which way to go. They both look about the same. The GoPro makes it look easy, but I promise you it is not easy for me. Flame out again. You're good. I just need to get a little bit more momentum. All right. Get on my pegs too. Whew. Alright, we're going to attempt that hill right there. It's hard to see with the sun, but I promise you it's there and not entirely easy. So we'll see how we do. Start out with a nice neutral shift. That'll fuck me. Let's go, baby. Oh, that neutral shift really screwed me. I was hoping to do that way cleaner. Here comes Nick. Sorry about the F-bomb, but some of us are just a little special. If you know, you know. Nice!
Yeah.
I had a nice neutral shift at the bottom, so I was screwed the whole way up. I was like...
Well, you recovered well.
Yeah, I just kind of clutched it the whole way in second. I went down. I thought I put it in second on the downhill. When I got to the bottom, I went to give it throttle, and it just revved. And I was like, oh. All right. Still amateur hour, I guess. What's that?
Learning the bike.
That's right. We'll chalk it up to that. This other one, it's not terrible. It's a nice long hill, longer, not too technical, just gotta keep speed. Tell you what, I missed the torque of that beta going up, stuff like that. I'm like, oh, are we gonna make it? And of course it makes it. It makes it just fine. Oh yeah. Some gnarly rocks here. Trying to stay on the pegs and not stab a foot. May have to just, oh, yep. That's that clutch hand getting tired on me with this clutch. Oh, I was not expecting that guy to come out and smack me in the face. Let me get some. I think this is it. Yeah, I'm good. Just flamed out and Yep, just stuck it. That wasn't terrible. So I have it in the green map, and you know, it's still flaming out, so maybe again it could just be me and not knowing my clutch pull. I was able to find neutral with the bike running, so that's a positive. So yeah. You know, it's just going to take me a little bit to get used to this bike, I think. It took me a little bit to get used to the beta, you know, as well. But I did feel really comfortable on that beta pretty quick. And I just don't feel that way on this bike as quickly. I'm sure every ride will be a little bit better. I was looking at a couple of other bikes when I bought this. If you watched my beta video, you know I love a good deal. That's part of the reason I got this GasGas. It was just a fantastic deal. I was looking at a 2025 WR250R as well. The deal just didn't work out. The place ended up calling me after I bought this GasGas and said, "Oh yeah, we'll do the deal." But it was too late at that point. This is a decent hill. A lot of rocks. I almost had it without stalling too. Oh, come on. Listen, I'm sure it's a lot of me, but I've never flamed out this much on a bike before. This is just ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little frustrated with that part of the bike. I mean, maybe I'm just used to that 390. It had a lot of low end power, and maybe it just chugs through, and maybe it's mapping. I don't know, but I got to do something. Maybe I just need to give it a little bit more throttle on that stuff, or do better with the clutch work. But I mean, I feel like it's just flaming out more than it should.